Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, August 15th. It is 6:20 right now. Market's going to open in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and then we'll get started with our session shortly. So there's a couple of things here to update. Looks good. Some last minute touches right here. All right, that looks good. That looks good. I finish these settings right here, and I think we're good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, that's good, guys. Link sent out. Solid. Give a few minutes for people to make their way in. All right. Check the news for today. All right, so let's see. Today is Monday, August 15th. Just news at 5:30. Empire State Manufacturing Index. Medium news. So we'll line that up over here. News at 5:30. Sounds good. All right, so we got that there. We got another news event coming up at 7 o'clock, Light Impact. And then we have one more coming up at 7:50. Okay, so we got the Fed speaking today. So looks like a little less than half of you guys are here. So good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, August 15th. It is 6:24 right now. Market's going to open in about 6 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and just finishing up market news from today, and then we will get started with our session shortly. So we got the Fed speaking at 7:50. So we just got to be fully aware of that once it comes time. So hopefully everyone had a great weekend, and everyone's ready to get back on these charts. Just a reminder, guys, I'm basically applying the K2 SR rejection and other strategies that align with it. Kind of similar to it would be like the high-low scalp. The reason why I'm taking those trades, guys, is because the market is currently ranging and trending during the summer. So if you guys are not familiar with how the market moves during the seasons, it moves completely different from summer to like fall, winter, spring, right? So typically we have a lot of strategies that we can apply. A lot of them, they work in rate and directional conditions. Like once the summer is over, market's going to move more directional. We can apply other strategies like the intraday, pivot scalp, variations, etc., because those move very directional, and you can literally take them in whatever direction the bias is, and you can automatically win almost every time, right? For this type of market, it's a lot of ranging. So if you go back and just look at how everything's moving, a lot of the times market will just stop moving and it'll go back and forth, right? The best strategy to apply during these times of these market conditions would be the SR rejection, because the way that that strategy works is you look for these short-term trends and then you identify rejection so that price can bounce back in the direction of that trend. So like, for example, here, price is pushing up and you can see that the trend is turning green, right? So what we're looking for is waiting for price to come back down, retest the zones, and we catch the bounce back up. Just these like little small moves. So that's the reason why we're applying those two main strategies right now. I'm just bringing this up because someone mentioned it over the weekend. Like someone was wondering like, why am I not applying the variations right now? And the main reason is because the strategy doesn't work as I mean, it works. Don't get me wrong, it works perfectly fine, but it's a lot riskier compared to the SR strategy. So that's the main reason why I'm mainly applying, this strategy here. I mean, if you guys want to apply the other strategies, feel free. I just don't recommend beginners to apply it unless you really understand how to read price action and you understand how these candles are moving. So it works perfectly fine. The only problem is that most people who apply the strategies, they don't follow all the steps, right? And if you skip any steps, you're probably not going to do well. So just make sure that you're following the steps as they're taught, and you're staying consistent with your trades. So, all right, guys, market's gonna open in about 3 minutes. Looks like more than half of you guys are here. So let's see who's in the room right now. Let's see, morning, Søren, morning, Kenny, morning, Peter, morning, Bobby, morning, Jez, morning, David, morning, Slava. Nice, good to see you back in here, Slava. Morning, Seth. Morning, Fahad, morning, Maria. Morning, Karen. Morning, Matt. Morning, Ross. Morning, Rashida. Morning, iPhone. Something from Seth said last summer the market was trending up. The reason why it was trending up because we were coming back from COVID. So it's different type of market, right? We've been out of COVID for about a year, 2 years now. So it's not the same. Like you can't compare COVID to like a normal year. Because if you've been trading for a while now, I've been trading for 11 years, you've seen that the market does move in it moves in waves with regard to seasons. If you guys remember from COVID, market wasn't moving the same during that time either, right? Market was supposed to be dead that summer, but everyone was bored and had nothing to do. So everyone was trading during the summer. That's why the market was moving. So like 2-3 years ago, market was actually moving during the summer. The year before that, COVID ended. And that's why the market was moving because it was correcting. This year, there's no COVID. So that's why the market's back to moving slow. It's like you got to move with like how the market is moving. You can't just keep doing the same thing every single time. There's going to be special things in the market that are going on, like the war for Ukraine, right? But we expect that to happen. Market kind of moved crazy earlier this year, and then it tapered off. Yeah, no, exactly. Seth said COVID, and everyone's printing money, or the Fed is printing money. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Now we're going to a recession, so you can expect the market to move kind of crazy again. Hey, y'all, morning. Morning, Marlon. Brian's asking if the bias is buy. Let's take a look real quick. Looking over here at sentiment. Sentiment is currently 69% short. So this is indicating that 69% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So we definitely want to do the opposite and buy. So the bias for retail sentiment is currently a bullish bias. So overall, we have a bullish bias. Looking over here at the fundamentals are currently down 188 points. So it's actually a bit neutral, Ryan. Right now, we currently have an overall bias for a buy, but the fundamentals are currently down 188 points. When the market opens, we'll see where the market is sitting. But currently right now, with regard to these two data points, fundamentals and sentiment, it's currently bullish, but not very bullish. It's just slightly bullish. Looking over here at the technicals, it's starting to shift to the bullish direction. So yeah, if this starts to shift there, then we'll have a stronger bullish bias, but it's not going to be a very strong one. It's going to be still a light bullish bias because this right here is just barely turning bullish, right? So we'll see what happens when the market opens shortly in about, it's open now. So we'll see how the market moves here. And we'll decide if we're ready to take any moves here. If we get a wick rejection off the structure right here, and it's a decent moderate green candle, we can possibly take a buy right here. But currently right now, we just have a light bullish bias. So we'll see how this candle right here closes. The only problem with this here is that there is a news candle that's like literally right there, right? So it's going to be a bit risky. So we'll see how this here closes. You might want to be a bit careful with this. Watch for the wick on top. Yeah, see how the wick right there is coming down? Probably not going to take this one here. It's also right next to the news candle. It's breaking right through it. So I'm probably not going to take this here. I'll watch it, but I'm probably not going to enter it. Or we'll see how strong it pushes up. I'll take it for like a partial move. Let's see. Where is my... Try to see. It looks different on MT4. Sorry, guys. Let me see. I think my MT4 is kind of zoomed in. Fix it. So it hit TP right there, guys. I was going to take it for partial move. I'm still in it right now. I only have 560. Yeah, so if you guys take it, great. If not, it's okay. We'll just wait for the next one. As I mentioned, it is risky. One of the red flags right there applied due to the pink line. Sorry, let me fix this. The pink line right here. What's wrong with this thing? The pink line right here, which was, sorry guys, I don't know what's up with this tool. There we go, wrong tool. The pink line that was right there. So if you guys take it, great. If not, it's okay. Let's wait for the next one. There's another one coming up right here, but I think the candle might be a little too big. So let me just fix this right here. All right, so price is kind of coming down right here. I'm not in this one right here. I did take the prior one, but let me see if I can find one. I'm just gonna hold off right now. I'll see if this comes down. If it swings back up, then maybe I'll re-enter for a late entry right here, but I'm not in the second one. I did take the first one though, not the second one. You guys got to keep in mind that today's Monday. Monday's like one of the riskier days to trade, Monday and Friday. So I'm gonna follow it and see if it comes back up. It's currently pulling pulling back right now because this candle here was a bit big. Let me see if it goes back up here. If it goes back up, we'll make it late entry. I set like a buy stop there or something. Where's my phone at? All right, let me just mark this up right here. All right, I made the late entry right there. Take a screenshot of my profit so far. It's only logged in 960 off the other one. There's some slippage. Screenshot that there. Let me see what my other accounts did right here. So the market is kind of choppy right now. If you guys want to wait for it to smoothen out, you guys can. But let me see. It looks like on mine. So I think there is a... It only took one of my trades. Wait, this one didn't even execute. That's weird. The second one, I tried to enter this for a late entry, but it didn't execute. I don't know what's going on with my thing right now. Here, I'm gonna show you guys what my I don't know what's up with my copier. Okay, here, I'm gonna show you guys I'm gonna show you guys. It did execute, but for some reason I only lost $3 on that trade. Weird. All right, so with the market moving like this, I'm gonna have to chill out for a second. Let me just show you guys real quick. Did you guys take a full loss on the second one? I don't know if my entry came in a little off, but yeah, this is so weird. Let me show you guys. Let me take a screenshot of my profits real quick. I don't know if there's slippage or what, but I'll show you guys like a screenshot of all my trades. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so never mind. I see what happened. I don't know what happened to my trade copier, but it kind of saved me. I'll just show you guys real quick. Like I didn't change the lot size, but for whatever reason, it automatically changed lot size. And but we're gonna count that as a loss, guys. Don't worry. But let me just show you guys real quick. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but it happens to me a lot. All right, so here is I thought I didn't execute because I didn't see the loss, but it was just a small one. It's all good. It happens. We should have just waited for that one because of how it was moving. So let me just go over here real quick. I'm gonna go and mark up the first one, which was right here. It's still at news price right here, guys. So you kind of probably want to wait for it to push away. This was overextended right here on open, so it was a bad trade to begin with, but it was just happening too quickly. So let me just give you guys a little update here. This is the first one, and then I'm gonna also post the loss because we're gonna document every single trade here. Second entry, stop loss. Too overextended. Wait, no. Yeah, the wick was too big, just like what Rashida said. It was too big, but we were also like not paying attention to that, huh? Like when it closed right here, I was kind of just waiting for it to come back up. And unfortunately, I just got greedy with it and I entered it. I should have just not re-entered it or not entered it late. But the wick was too big on that. This wouldn't be considered a moderate candle. The wick was just way too big. We just got too excited. It's Monday. So it's all good. We counted that loss there. So we have one win, one loss. We'll be watching for another one here. I need to clean up this chart though. So give me a second, guys, and let me clean this up. It's just way too messy right now. I can't even see what I'm focused on. All right, so I'm just going to draw these zones here to clean it up. It's just there's too much stuff going on in the chart right now where I can't focus on where these rejections are coming. I should probably just draw these zones all the time so that we don't have to worry about them mid-session. All right, so I'm just going to draw those right there because the other ones are a bit irrelevant. Looking for another entry right here. This one, let's see if this closes properly. Just going to make sure that there's not too big of a wick on top. All right, so I took that one right there. It already hit my TP, so full TP off that one. I don't know why it didn't hit on here, but it hit it on mine. So I'm already out of that position, whatever, hit full TP again right there. So these are coming really quick, guys. You just have to pay attention. Like, this is my bad over here for taking this trade. I should have seen that the wick was too big. I was just too focused on trying to not miss the trade. So I took a full TP on that. Let's see, made 1,160. Okay, so that made it back for the other trade. So if you guys take it, great. And these trades are just coming way too fast. You got to be paying attention. Yeah, Seth said they just keep coming. LOL. Yeah, I know they are. So if you guys take both of the trades, I mean, you should only be down 100 pips now. It shouldn't be too bad. We'll take one more win, and then you'll bounce back back from it easily. All right. So now that we're away from the sessions, we can take a bit of a breather right here. The market was moving super crazy at the moment, so I wasn't able to really think completely, but it should be good. If you took all the trades this morning, first one, second one's a loss, third one was a win, you should only be in drawdown or you should only be in the red about 100 pips. So let me take a screenshot of all of my profits over here real quick to show you guys. But again, guys, my apologies for the second trade. That we should have skipped that one. That one's just that was a FOMO trade. I just didn't want to miss the trade. I hopped in and I didn't really analyze the candle to see how big the wick was. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Only down 100 pips so far. I mean, luckily on my account, the the lot size changed for whatever reason on its own, and I only took a small loss off it, but it's all right. You guys will bounce back from it. He said taking it easy today and burnt out from Vegas. Man, MFF keeps screwing me, guys. I'll show you my MFF profits right now. MFF only gave me 460. My FTMO gave me over 1,000 profit. A lot of people have been asking me like what I think about MFF right now. I'm not too happy about them. I mean, they're okay, but I feel like the past couple of weeks they've been having a lot of issues. It's like on and off. Sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it'll be kind of crappy. Today's not a good day for MFF. You guys will see it right shortly. But I would still use them. If you guys are already funded with MFF and you guys don't have any other options, if you guys max out your FTMOs, just keep using MFF. But I'm not happy with their execution times. All right, so there's no other entries right now, guys. We're gonna be waiting for another one to come up. So, all right, here are my trades so far. Here's the first one was a win. I made 960. First loss, right? The second trade was a loss. I only lost a little bit right there because for whatever reason, my MT4 just changed my lot size automatically. So it kind of saved me there. My third trade right here, I made a full TP. So you guys can see here when they hit TP and when they hit stop loss, right? Because they have the strip over here. I don't really mess with it once it executes. I just let it run to TP or stop loss. So yeah, here's my main account, 2,116 off this one. My second FTMO, some slippage there. Locked in 710 off that last trade, 810 off the first one, total profit of 1,516. And then my MFFs over here, you guys can see the huge difference. I made 1,000 off the other one. I only made 460 off this one, total profit of 1,116. Second account over here, same thing, 1,116, a few cent difference. You can see this is 66 cents, this is 76 cents, about a 10-cent difference. And then here's my third MFF right here. But you guys can see the huge profit difference between MFF and FTMO. I don't know. It's got to deal with it. It's not something you could really complain about because they're not really going to care, right? These funding companies have a lot of clients. Like they have a lot of people using their funding companies, so they don't really. I don't think they're going to make a difference. They're going to use slippage, execution times, volatility as their excuse. So for me, I just don't even bother complaining to them. I just take it with a grain of salt and continue using them. So those are my profits so far. Looks like a lot of you guys here locked in some profits as well. Let me see what you guys did over here. There's no trades right now, guys, so it's fine. That's why I'm not really taking anything. But if we do see something come up, we'll be back on the charts. So scrolling up real quick, we have Kenny over here. Kenny locked in a total of 32 for the day. Nice work, Kenny. Going down. Scotty over here, he locked in a total of 1,232. Nice work, Scotty. Looks like he took both of the trades here. For that second trade that lost, he just held on to it for a little longer, and then he hit his TP, which would have been solid, but it's risky. You guys can see here the loss. It just tapped stop loss, and then it came right back up. So nice work right there, Scotty. Up to 1,232 for the day. Seth over here currently up 8,815. Nice work. Looks like he held on to it as well. So solid work right there, Seth, with holding on to the position. A bit risky, but looks like if you guys held on to that second position, it would have went like slightly past the stop loss and then came right back up. So nice work right there, Seth. Kenny over here currently up 32. He posted that earlier, so that's good. Patrick over here currently up 10,044. Looks like he took about the 3 trades we took this morning as well. And then he let the other one he held on to it a little longer, and then it hit his TP. So nice work right there, Patrick. Jamie over here, she ate the loss like some other of us did, like myself. So she ate the loss right there. She's currently down slightly, 346. So it's okay. You need about 1 or 2 more wins, and then you'll be back in profit, Jamie. So it's all good. It's all about accountability, right? I know a lot of you guys don't like posting losses, but this is going to keep you accountable. If you took a loss, it's all good. It happens. You know, if we have straight wins for the rest of the week, you're going to come back and you'll be back in profit with no issues. So no problem, Jamie. You'll bounce back from that shortly. Seth over here currently up 18,505. He took a couple of the trades here as price started to push up higher. So nice work right there, Seth. Yeah, I'm up 18,000 for the day. So great work, Seth. He's taking pretty much every trade that he sees. He traded pre-market as well. So you guys can see that there's a couple entries here that came up pre-market. So there was like 4 or 5 trades that came up right here, and he took all of them. So nice work, Seth. There is still nothing up right here, guys. So we're pretty much just waiting for it to come back down or for it to create another area of zone around this area. It's right at the sessions as well, so it's not going to be a good time to trade. This purple line right here is going to be the Asia low. This purple line up here is going to be the Asia high. And you don't want to be trading around those areas. So we'll be watching and waiting for price to retrace back down to make entry. But currently right now, there's nothing for us to take at the moment. There was also another high-low entry right here. I didn't really notice it until now. But if you guys took the high-low entry right there, it looks like it would have hit your TP. So, all right, guys, as we wait for this to pull back, some more profits here. Patricia, she took the loss over there, or no, this was from yesterday, I think. Anyways, Patricia's still up. So she made a loss earlier this morning. She bounced right back. Total profit of 1,498 for the morning. So great work, Patricia. Rashida over here as well. How'd you take the other loss, Rashida? I'm trying to see, but this one looks like way bigger compared to the others. So 631. Let me see if she has a message here. I don't know. It looks like maybe this one, right? I don't know what happened with the first one. Let me see the timestamps of my trade. So you took the same trade, but it looks like your first one lost for some reason. Maybe you entered a little too late. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So Rashida said her first entry, the numbers on the DOM were wrong. Okay, no, it happens. So just a little bit of a mistake right there, or accident. Rashida just lost the first one right here because she put the numbers in wrong. It's okay, it happens. And then this is the second trade over here that we all lost, or most of us lost, unless you guys held on to it longer than the stop loss, which I don't recommend you guys do. Some when it happens like that, guys, just eat the loss. Like for me, for example, I didn't touch my trade. When it hit my stop loss, I was like, okay, whatever. Just let it hit, and then took the next trade. So it's all good, Rashida. You'll be back. You'll be back with the next couple of trades. You just need to have like, you need to make it back with like 3 other trades, but it should have no problem as long as we have a consistent pullback and continuation. So, and it's only Monday, guys, so don't worry. If you guys are in drawdown today, I know you're going to be in a hole and it's going to suck because you're trying to climb out of that hole, but you have a whole week ahead of you. So no problem at all. Valentine over here. So Valentine took these buys that we took this morning. He's currently up 2,003 for the day. He only took the first buy, so you can see the timestamp here. He only took one of the trades. These are from pre-market. So he's trading over here during London session, and then right here with us during the live. So nice work, Valentine. Seth over here, 18,000. We already saw that earlier. Charles over here, his first account, he's up 392. He only took 2 trades. He didn't take that second one in between. So no late entry off Charles over here on his accounts. So nice work right there, Charles. And then his other trade over here, he took another trade a little later. He made 128, total profit of 520 for the day. So not bad, Charles. Charles skipped that second trade that we lost, which we should have all skipped, but that was my bad. I wanted to enter the trade so bad that I didn't really look at the wick. Maddie over here as well. So Maddie missed the first trade. He took the second trade right here. And then he took these 2 other ones. So he's only down by 1 trade. He needs to have 1 more scalp and then he's back in profit. So it's all good, Maddie. Just got to take it easy. I know we kind of jumped into that first trade without really thinking, but it's all good. So some more profits over here. Eric, he's currently up 602. Nice work, Eric. So Eric over here took pretty much all the trades we took this morning. Took the loss right there as well, but he pulled out early. Everything else was a win. So nice work, Eric. Currently overall profit for the day, 602. B over here as well, took 2 trades with us, the ones this morning. currently up about close to 500 for the day. Nice work, B. Tasha over here as well. Tasha did the same thing we did earlier. She took the first trade, lost the second one, made it back on the next one. She's only down $100. So one more trade here and then she'll be back in profit. So not bad. It's just slight drawdown for right now. Mace over here as well, currently up 6,515. Looks like you just took the winning trade. You didn't take that losing trade that we entered late. So nice work, Mace. A lot of the times when you don't get in initially on the first entry, it's kind of best to just sit out and wait for the next one. Kevin over here currently up 32,000 for the day. Nice work, Kevin. All right, solid guys. John over here as well. So John missed one of the trades. So he won one trade. He lost the second one where we entered late, and it looks like he didn't take the very first one that we took. So it's all good. John, it looks like he just needs one more trade as well to bounce back, because he'll make about 1,000, well over 1,000 for the full TP. So it's all good, John. Two more trades, and then you're going to be back in profit. One more trade, and you'll be slightly back to break even. So it's all good. Sean over here as well, currently up 1,364. Nice work, Sean. So we took the trades here in the morning that we took. You can see the timestamps here. You took the trade at 6:31, the first trade we took. And then he didn't take that second trade that we lost. That was a late entry. He just waited, took these other trades right after, currently in profit 1,364. So nice work, Sean. All right, guys, back to the charts. Nothing for us to take right now. You guys can see the zones over here. It's pretty far from where price is currently at. So there's nothing for us to take at the moment. We have news coming up here at 7 o'clock. So in about 8 minutes, we got some news coming up. Let me check real quick. We have NAHB housing market index at 7 o'clock. So this is basically going to tell us how the housing market is doing. Looks like they're predicting it to be neutral. It was 55 last month. They're expecting it to be 55 this month as well. So this might not affect the market too much, but we will mark up price just to, be aware. Here at 7:50, we have the Fed speaking. So as we get closer to 8 o'clock, we're probably going to sit out the market and just let it be. For the rest of the week, we don't have much news tomorrow. We have light impact news. Wednesday, we have Fed member Bowman speaking, the FOMC meeting minutes, Fed member Bowman speaking again. So I think this is Fed week. Yeah, this is third week of August. So this is Fed week. We have the Fed speaking today. We have the Fed speaking on Wednesday, and then we have the Fed speaking on Thursday. So a lot of Fed news this week, which is going to be underlying the US economy. But other than that, I think that's about it. So, all right, back to the charts. Nothing for us to take right here. See if there's anything else here that I'm missing. CERN over here just posted his profits as well. CERN took 3 trades, didn't take that loss that we took earlier. He looks like he waited for it. Total profit of 1,690 euros. So doing pretty solid so far, CERN. CERN also sent me this video over here regarding MFF. It looks like a lot of people are having issues with MFF, like their downsides. If you guys want to see it, just let me know and I can post it in the group. If not, it's okay. You guys can just search up MFF and you can see other people make videos as well. So we're not the only ones experiencing issues with MFF. Other people are as well. So CERN's second account, he's currently up 1,790 euros. Nice work, CERN. So across both of your accounts, you're doing pretty good. Scotty over here as well. So he posted some more profits, currently up 3,412. So all wins, no losses on Scotty's account so far. Janae as well. Janae took 2 trades. She did take the one that we lost. So she's up 96.52 for the day. Nice work, Janae. All right, guys, if you guys have more profits to post up, feel free. Otherwise, there's nothing for us to take right now. As I mentioned, I'm only looking for SR trades and high-low scalps, but there's nothing to take right now at the moment. Also, price is right in between the Asia high and the New York high from last week. So not really much for us to do right now. I mean, it's in a bad area where there's likeliness of a lot of manipulation. Also, there's no zones around this area either. So there's nothing for us to take. Let me scroll up here real quick and see if I missed anything in the Zoom chat. So D's asking, anyone else have an SR zone at like 33,648? You see 33,648. I do not have it here. D said I have one, but I don't see it on Sean's screen. Wondering if my settings are off. So D, here are my settings for the SR. Just make sure that you have the body levels turned on. So go over here to inputs. Make sure you have this checked on, because I can see here now that I turned it off. The line's right there, right? I think that might be your issue, D. Just make sure that you have show body levels on, because this will show you actual zones. If you don't have that, it's just going to have the high lows marked up everywhere. It's not going to line up because you're not going to have the actual bodies. But if you turn this on right here, you can see there's no zones around, or there's no lines around that area. So that's going to be one to look at. And also I changed my length to 1,000. So it goes across the entire screen. Default's going to be 100, which is, I mean, it's fine. You're just not going to get the full, it's not going to extend fully, right? In order to extend it fully, just put 1,000 there, and these lines are going to go across the entire screen. So hopefully that helps, D. I think that might have been the issue, just the body levels for you there. All right, let me see if there's anything else here real quick as I scroll up. Talanji said, am I the only one still taking the breakout? It just hit TP for me, but it felt weird as fundamentals are negative. So Talanji is asking about the breakout. So the breakout was supposed to be bullish because the overall bias was bullish Talanji. It doesn't matter that the fundamentals are negative. I mean, I don't think they were very heavy in the negative side, right? Weren't they like pretty light? I don't know what the numbers were because I didn't check on open, but I don't think they were like below more than 100 points, because when the market opened here at 630, it only dropped, like, I mean, it went up. So it should have been like, when you took the entry, it should have been green, I think, or I don't know, I could have been wrong. But the overall bias is bullish. Not sure if you entered the room late, but when you analyze it, the sentiment here was 71% short. So it was a pretty strong bullish bias for the sentiment. The fundamentals here aren't as strong, so like you would go off this anyways. Everything else was bullish. So this was bullish, the trend was bullish. The only thing that wasn't bullish was the fundamentals, but this easily shifts as well. So I mean, if this was neutral and it wasn't like below 100 points, then it would still be valid for a buy. So I wouldn't consider the bias being negative just because the fundamentals were. Yeah, TJ said, or Talanji said, breakout was at 31 past. Yes, bullish. Fundamentals was negative 81. Gosh, okay, yeah. So Talanji said, yeah, sentiment versus fundamentals. I took the bullish breakout and it hit TP. Yeah, no, and you were right about taking that, TJ. The fundamentals weren't that down. So if they were down, like say 200 points or 300 points, then yeah, for sure you would not want to take the trade there, or you wouldn't want to consider it bullish, right? But since it was only negative 81, should have been fine. So you made the perfect analysis off that. I don't know who else is taking the breakout, but Talanji hit his full TP off it, and it worked out perfectly. And it's still pushing up right now. So this bullish push right here, this should be no surprise to you guys, right? Because when the market opened, we already analyzed this to be bullish. Like we already knew it was going to be bullish from open, but it wasn't a strong bullish bias. But now that the market is now full, open, we knew it was going to be bullish because, for one, sentiment here was 71% short. I think it was 69 on open. The fundamentals here were very strong for a sell. And then the technicals here were very strong for bullish as well. Trend meter was green. Pivots were also bullish. So this shouldn't be a surprise that price is pushing up. Like, you guys already knew this was going to go up, but I'm not going to chase the buys here because it's way too overextended. So market opened over here. Let me mark up opening price, which was 630. Right there. So this is opening price. I'm just going to update that real quick. New York opening price. And if you measure it from that point, so market open right here, this is pretty much the range. Price has already pushed up 2,000 pips. So you probably want to wait and not just hop into these buys here because it's way too overextended. As you guys can see, I took the buy there because the bias was so strong for a bullish momentum. So that's why I took the buy there, that second trade that I lost. We just got caught in manipulation. Price just came down slightly and then it came right back up, which happens, right? You just can't avoid manipulation. I mean, you guys can avoid manipulation, but if you guys are stuck in a trade, like you're not really going to be aware that that spike like that was going to happen. Like I wouldn't have thought this would have spiked down. I thought this would have maybe came down a little bit, pushed back up, but it is what it is. You just got to roll with it. So anyways, guys, back to the charts. Nothing for us to take right now. This was the news candle right here at 7. I'm going to mark this up right there. That news event was NHB Housing Market Index. It was negative. Yeah, so you guys are right. It was actually negative. So price kind of dropped a little bit based off the news. I'm going to go and mark this up real quick. NHB Housing. I'll just put light impact news. Yeah, we don't really care what news it was, right? Light impact news, 7 a.m. So looks good, guys. All right, so we got everything marked up right here. We have structure, we have momentum. Let's see, we just don't have any zones up here. As price continues to move further, these older zones here are going to disappear. As they disappear, we're going to have more opportunity to take trades up there. So I'm going to go and just delete these real quick because they're irrelevant now. Price is way up here, so it doesn't really matter that these zones are down here. As price continues to move along this way, these zones are going to disappear. So this is going to be the first one to disappear right here. The oldest ones are going to disappear first. So this line right here is going to disappear probably when the next one opens up around this area. And then next, this one's probably going to disappear, and then this one right here. So we'll keep watching. But there just isn't anything for us to take right now at the moment. I'm going to clean this up right here. We already have news price marked up at 7 o'clock. And nothing else at the moment. Let's see, Gallo said I see a strong bullish till 33,825 mark before a strong retest. So 33,825. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I mean, price might come back down, retest the sessions right here, and then bounce off. So we'll see. Mace said trend meter on both on scalp and intraday. Now, thanks, Mace, for the heads up. So Mace is looking at the trend meter for both intraday and scalp. They're both bullish. So that's even more confirmation that price is likely to keep pushing up higher. But we're not going to chase anything here, right? We're going to wait for another zone to be created around this area. Once the zone's created, we can catch that rejection. And then from there, we'll ride it up higher. So, oh, so there goes Mace right there. Mace actually took another buy. That's who we just posted in the chat. Currently up 9,134. Nice work, Mace. All right, guys. You guys are doing pretty good. Not bad. Let me just copy these over real quick to the other groups. Current profits on all my accounts. Live session today. So I just want to give you guys a heads up right there. Man, that change in my MT4 really saved my my profits there, because I would have been in the negative right now about 1,000. It's crazy how it happens. Like when you least expected it, saves your account, which is crazy. All right. Anyways, let me just go over here. I'm just going to copy this over to the other chats. Sorry if you guys are going to get spammed by these messages. Just want to make sure that all this stuff is documented. I want to be 100% transparent with you guys. Like whenever I post trades, losses, wins, I want to make sure that everything here is documented. So if you guys ever want to go back and look at my trades or my my consistency or my track record, you guys are able to. Whenever I post something on these pages, guys, it never gets deleted, right? So if you ever want to go back and see how I was doing, say 2 months ago, on like June 2nd, right? Some random day. You can just click on that there, and then you can see how I did that day. All my profits are posted. All my trades are posted during these lives. My main goal here is to be 100% transparent with you guys. You guys know how there's a lot of scammers in the trading space, and that's why I stopped doing signals, because whenever like people do signals, people automatically think that person's a scammer, right? And I just want to be transparent with you guys so that you guys can trust the trades and trust the strategies here that we apply, because they work. I mean, it just depends. If you guys are able to take that leap and trust the strategies, you guys can do just as good as everyone else. But I want to be as credible as possible. So if you guys ever feel that I haven't been doing this good, like long term, you guys are more than welcome to just hit this search button, hit the calendar, go to any day you want, and all my trades, the lives will be posted on there. If you want to go back to like February 10th, right? You go over here, it shows my profits from that day. If you guys want to go back and watch that live session, just go here and click the live session. I just want to be like as transparent as possible with you guys. Also, because we're going to be rebranding soon, I don't want you guys to get confused with like stuff we did in the past with the new stuff now. That this would continue with. Let's see. Kenny said, Sean, I never said you're a scammer. No, but Kenny fell for the for the scammer that messaged him that one time. I remember that one day, Kenny, you were like, hey, Sean, I don't know why you're asking me this. And I was like, yeah, because it's not me. Just keep in mind, guys, I'll never message you first on Telegram, right? If you guys ever get a message from anyone that you think might be me, it's a scammer, because I never message anybody first. You guys are more than welcome to message me, but I'm never going to go out and just message you guys. Like, I'm not going to message Kenny like, hey, Kenny, how's your day going? It's definitely not me. It's definitely going to be a scammer, because the next thing he's going to ask you is like, hey, what's your Cash App? And then he's going to scam you. All right, guys, back to the charts. There's nothing for us to take right now. Yeah, Natasha said, LOL. I remember I messaged you about a fake ass Sean trying to get money from me. Seth said, Sean, aren't you in LA? I was in LA for a while. I'm in OC now. Nice. You're in SD. Yeah, I was living in SD for a while. I used to live in downtown in Gaslamp. So I lived there for about like 5 years, moved out to OC. I might move back to SD maybe, or maybe a couple of years. SD's cool. It's pretty dope. Yeah, no, I'm down south. If you ever want to come by and visit, let me know. Probably get Maddie out here too. Where's Maddie at? Is he still on here? Maddie's probably half awake right now. I'm surprised you made it back from Vegas, Maddie. I've seen all the videos of the flooding going out there. Yes, that's it. Ew, not downtown. Yeah, if I move back to SD, I won't be living in downtown. I'll probably be living in like La Jolla. Yes, that's it for sure. Got to talk to you about my tax situation. Yeah, no, definitely, bro. Maybe I could hook you up with my tax guy out here. Help you with that. All right, so there's nothing going on right now, guys. Market is just ranging right now. Let me go over here to the clean chart. It's going to be easier for you guys to see. So here's a clean chart right here. You guys can't see too much on the other one, but you can see that price isn't really going anywhere. It's just ranging sideways. This is where price currently is, but here's our markup. I mean, I could probably mark it up here as well. But yeah, for the most part, there's nothing going on, right? Price is just going sideways. Here's a clean chart right here. Same exact chart. There's just nothing on the chart. And you guys can see at current price, there's just nothing going on right now. Sideways movement, no zones. Pretty much all the volatility pushed out right here, and then now it's pretty much flattened out. So guys, this is the reason why I only trade like the first hour of trading, right? Because you'll see that the market actually moves right here from like open until 7, and then it dies down for a bit. Probably like around 7:20 to set to 8 o'clock, it'll pick back up a little bit, and then it's just going to go back into a dead movement again. So I've been trading US30 every day live for like the past 3 years. If you guys ever sat in on all my sessions, you guys will see that the market moves in phases. There's a big volatility push on open, dies down for a bit, we have like maybe 1 or 2 more trades until 8, and then from there I'm done trading because the market starts to die out from like 8 to 9. So one thing that you guys need to keep in mind is that it's good to have routine. Like for me, I only trade from 6:30 to 8. I trade Asia sometimes, but very rarely. Routine keeps you guys in focus. If you guys can focus for like 1 or 2 hours a day and just trade, it's better than trading for like 24 hours a day and then being tired the next day, right? Because I see a lot of you guys try to trade like literally all day. And then when it comes time for the next live session, you guys are like, you guys are dead, you guys are sleepy, and you guys can't focus. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Natasha said, man, prices are a long way from zones. Yeah, no, it's fine, Natasha. Price is away from the zones right here, but as price continues to move along, this is going to disappear. So like I mentioned earlier, see this green one here that's like so far out? This one is going to disappear because price is so far from it, and it's going to create a new zone around this area. So it's just about being patient and waiting for these new zones to get created. These here don't stay up forever. They're gonna go away, and then when these go away, new ones are gonna come up over here. So it's fine. It's actually a good thing that price is pretty far away from the current zones, because new ones are gonna get established here as soon as they get tested, 2 or 3 times. Seth said, I paid a big ass team of accountants here in Orange County too, so I'm gonna hit them up. Probably you as well. Yeah, no, definitely, Seth. I know a big accounting firm. It's this one guy that I actually learned all my tax stuff from. He's an attorney, but he's also a tax specialist. So he's a little on the pricier side, but if you have a lot to handle with your tax side, he can help you. It's going to cost a lot to use him. He's the guy that I currently use. But I'll pass on his information to you later, or I'll probably just message it over to you. Yeah, he's on YouTube. He's probably the same guy, but he's not from LA. He's in Arizona. His name is Mark Kohler. He has a lot of good videos online. Regarding the tax stuff, and he like really knows his stuff. So if you want to look him up, his name is Mark J. Kohler on YouTube. Legit guy regarding tax stuff. And the good thing about him is if he screws up your taxes, he'll fight your case because he's an attorney as well. And it's not just him, he has a big firm. So I know Carlton Dennis. I see him I don't know him, but I've seen him around. Where did I see him? I saw him recently. He goes to my gym. He's like around, he's from my area, Costa Mesa. Yeah, I know that guy. I don't know him, but I know who he is. I see him around all the time. Yeah, no, he's cool. I remember before, like he got a lot bigger recently. He wasn't that big before. I mean, I would watch his videos. He would go over like a lot of basic stuff, which is good for like a lot of people who don't know stuff about taxes. But no, he's good. He's on point with the stuff. I haven't used him before though, but I've watched his videos. Yeah, a lot of those guys that you guys see here in OC, we're all from the same area because we're all from like Newport Beach, Costa Mesa. It's just like basically where like a lot of the rich people live in OC, so they handle a lot of their taxes and stuff like that. So a lot of the people who are in OC area, we're all around. There's another firm, I don't know, C6 here. Yeah, like that guy C6, I don't want to say his name, but the guy C6, that trader with the gold Lambo, remember? He lives in my area too. We all live in the same area. Forgot what his thing was called, but I don't see him anymore. Yeah, C6 said keep a distance. Yeah, I don't see him. I don't think he lives around here anymore. He kind of moved away from this area of OC. But I used to see his car at South Coast all the time. Anyways, guys, back to the chart. Sorry we're going off, but there's nothing for us to take right now. As you guys can see, nothing's going on. It's not that I'm not looking at the charts, but there's just literally nothing going on. Price is just ranging right here. Sideways movement. Yeah, C6 said he's all right, but people are looking for him to sketch. Yeah, no. Well, from what I heard is that guy scammed a lot of people. He's like one of those guys that scams in the trading space. He'll like sign you up for like these crazy courses, like a $10,000 course. People fly out and go watch him. And then he'll give signals and they all lose. I mean, if you're running a trading company and you're scamming people, people are not going to be happy. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them for thinking he's sketch. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. If there's anything that I missed and you guys put a question earlier, just put it in the chat again, because there's a lot of messages that came up here and I probably missed a lot of them. But yeah, if you guys have anything that you guys want me to look at, just drop in the chat right now. There's nothing going on. If the market starts to move and we get another zone around this area, then I'll let you guys know that I'm not taking any other questions. But if you guys have any questions right now, you know, feel free to put them in the chat. Just a reminder, we're going to be having our mentoring session today, guys. So today at 2 o'clock, same time as usual, we'll have our mentoring session. So if you guys have any like deeper questions or you want me to analyze anything in detail, I'll be able to do that later today. Okay, that's fine. Now I see why my MC4 was okay. That's why it was acting weird, because I changed the time frame. I was on the 5-minute. I wonder. So I was wondering why MC4 is looking weird earlier. It's because I changed the time frame. Alexander's asking, do you think it's a good time to look for any variations? No, this is probably the worst time. The reason why it's worst time is because it's not directional, right? Variations are a directional strategy. Right now, price is just going sideways, Alexander. So SRs are your best option. So it's kind of what we talked about last week, right? You have to determine your positions based off like the market conditions, whether it be long-term or short-term. Right now, it's still ranging. So either way, if we were to get any entry, really, it wouldn't be very good. But if you were to take an entry, the SRs would be your best option, because the SRs allow you to trade within the range. So like, for example, right here, you can see that price was, okay, so let me just show you right here, show you a perfect example. See how price was ranging right here around this area? So price was ranging down here right before it broke below. You could have still taken these SR scalps right here, even though price is ranging. Price kind of bounced back and forth. You guys can see there's maybe an entry right there. And then another entry right there. So the SR entries would have hit for both of these here if you took both of them. Right. So that one right there would have hit full TP. The one right next to it right here, full TP. Another one right there, full TP. Another one right there, full TP. So 4 back-to-back full TPs within the range, right? So you don't want to be applying any variations, because the thing is, the variations are like far extended movements. Right now, it's definitely not it's not moving directional at all. So you definitely don't want to apply any variations at the moment. So short answer to your question, Alexander, no. All right, no variations at the moment. Also, it's right at the session. So even if I do see there's a variation right here, but I wouldn't take it because it's like literally at the sessions right there. Double wick rejection. Looks like it probably would have, it would have been some drawdown right now. But it looks like it's pushing up to profit. I just wouldn't take it. So I'd hold off on that at the moment. Let me see. Yeah, no problem, Alexander. Alexander said, got it. Thank you. Thought since it's pushed up, it's considered as a direction. If you took it around here, Alexander, then yeah, great. If you took it within this area, that would be direction, right? So if you took it anytime from like market open, oh crap, I just deleted everything. Go back real quick. I deleted the news price. Okay, there you go. Let me just clean this up real quick. Sorry guys, I just realized I deleted news price and open price. Okay, so back to what I was saying right here, Alexander. If you're taking it around this area right here, so any within this area right here, right, where price was moving directional, this is where you could have taken any variations, right? This is where you would have been okay. But so you can see here where price came back down, right? So this point right here, price is directional, variations have been okay. Now that price is ranging right here, there's no area for you to take any variations. So yeah, if you took it here earlier, like on market open up until say 6, 7 o'clock when the news came out, then that would have been okay. But anything after that, price is in a range. So you wouldn't want to take any trades at that moment. You can take it. So like what you can do here is, Alexander, if you really want to look for variations, you would have to wait for this to push out, right? Once it pushes out of the zone, and I'll show you an example right here. So see how price is ranging, Alexander? If you want to take variations, you have to wait for it to push outside. It'll come back down. And when it comes back down, this is where the variation will come up, right? It'll be a retest of the structure. This is where the variation will come up. And then from there, you can take trades for variations because price is actually moving directional. See the pattern here? This right here wouldn't be considered because it's still within this range. And even if you were to get variations for a sell, you wouldn't take it because the bias is bullish. You'd have to trade in the direction of bias. So if you want to take variations, yeah, wait for it to close above here. You're basically looking for a break and retest. That retest down here is going to be the variation. This price will push up. You'll have a pending momentum. You'll have a V3, V1, whatever, and then that's where you can take the trade. So hopefully that makes sense, Alexander. I know it might be a little confusing, but you know, the more and more that you start to see these patterns, the easier it'll be for you to spot. Like for me, I just drew this stuff up. You guys might be like, oh, what the heck is Sean drawing? But now that I've kind of illustrated for you, you guys can see exactly what I mean. Like, and I've just been trading for so long that I can see these patterns without even thinking. Like I know price is in a range. If I want to take a variation to the downside, or if bias was bearish, I wait for it to come down, retest, and continue. But since our bias here is bullish, I'm looking for it to push above, retest, and continue up higher. So this is basically what I'm looking for. This right here. I don't really care for the sells because I know this is temporary. Price is going to push back up. And that's kind of what I'm looking for at the moment. So clean this up a little bit. There's nothing going on right now. We have news coming up at 7:50. So in about 30 minutes or so, we will see news come up. This is going to be the Fed news. So it's probably going to go on for like an hour. So I'm hoping something will come up from now until then. Otherwise, you might just have to wrap it up as it gets closer to this period. I don't know if the Fed news is going to be broadcasted. Let me see FOMC. No, I don't see it here. So I just searched on YouTube real quick to see if there's any streams going on for the Fed. There's nothing going on today. So he's probably going to be talking, but it's not going to be televised. May said SR rejection possible on 10-minute, another level. Oh yeah, I can see it right there. Mace. So you guys can do this if you want. I mean, I don't recommend doing it, but I mean, if you guys want to do it, like what Mace is doing, I'll look at it and I'll follow, but I'm not going to take the trade here. So we would need a momentum, a bullish momentum first before this would come up. And we don't have that yet. But there is a wick rejection off that structure, like you mentioned, Mace. So I've seen a lot of people do this. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to apply it. You guys can always go on the higher time frames and identify zones on those time frames. You guys can see right here, if you had that zone drawn up on the 10-minute, there would have been another entry right here for a buy, right? Price comes up, projects off it, scalp right there. I get enough entries on the 1 minute, so I don't really need the higher time frames. But if you guys want to go and play around with it, you guys are more than welcome. But since we're taking baby steps, I'm going to stick on the 1 minute for now until you guys are more advanced enough to go on different time frames. Because you guys can go on the 5. You guys can see there's zones around this area. You guys can go on the 10. There's zones around this area. So these over here would align with the 1 minute probably later on. Charles said market is cheeks right now. Yeah, no, I agree. It is. Solange said, wouldn't 1 minute snipes in momentum direction be more accurate? Sorry, I'm guessing I'm old school K2 now. um, yeah, Solange, I mean, you are right. Someone else mentioned that before too. This SR strategy is basically like the snipe strategy, but it's on the 1 minute. It's just like a couple of the things that we're kind of identifying, but so the difference with this here is that we're not using the pivot rejection as one of the requirements. But you're right, Kalanji. It's basically like a more basic version of the snipe strategy, which still works really good. If you guys apply the snipe strategy, that thing still hits pretty often. But for the 1 minute here, we're not looking for the wick rejection off the pivot, just off the structure. But you're right, 100%. It's just a variation to the snipe strategy. So guys, if you guys are not familiar with the snipe strategy, or if you guys are too new, this is the snipe strategy right here. You guys can see the difference. The main difference is that we're not confirming a wick rejection off the pivot. And we don't need the overall bias because it's short term. And this one down here. So it's basically just like a basic version of the snipe strategy. It's just slightly different. TV stop loss is a little different, but it's just a quicker version of the snipe strategy. So if you guys want to see this, this is on the website. Just, check out the website while it's still up. Just a heads up, guys, the rebranding will probably start pretty soon. I think I'm going to start rebranding this week. So if you guys are not subscribed to K2, you guys are not part of the premium, you guys won't be able to sign up for like maybe the next couple months or so until I'm done rebranding. I don't know how long the rebranding process will be. If you guys are already in the group, you guys are perfectly fine. Nothing will change. But if you guys are not in the group right now, there's not going to be a way for you to sign up until we get a new website, which I don't have a timeline for. It's not really priority for me, guys, because I'm not really looking for people to sign up to K2. I'm more focused on just trading and focusing who's already within the group. So if you guys are in the group, we're going to make a lot of profits from now until the end of the year. Rebranding is not going to be my priority. So I don't care like if people can't sign up or anything like that. I'm more so just focused on who's already in the group, make sure that we can all lock in as much profit as possible. And then when the rebranding happens, it'll happen. But right now, I'm not too focused on that stuff. So if you guys are in the group, you guys are fine. Where things are going to go just as planned. I mean, nothing's going to change for us here. It's just going to change for the people who want to join because they're not going to be able to join. Scrolling up, let's see. Alexander said, yes, makes sense. I know it's red flagged. Yeah, it's trading range, but thanks for the example. Yeah, no problem, Alexander. Gallows asked me, how do I feel about order blocks? I don't trade order blocks. I don't even really know how to identify them properly. If you guys watch videos on order blocks, you'll see that everyone, like the way that people teach others how to identify order blocks is completely different. It's a very subjective way of trading, but it does work. So don't get me wrong. It does work if you do it properly, but a lot of the times you'll identify something that's not really an order block, right? Order blocks they're changing at all. Like they're always changing. So unless like you're really good at identifying them, then they could be of good use to you. But for me, I don't use them at all. Gallo, we tried to use them at some point in the past, but it just didn't work out well. So I don't use them. I don't use anything outside of K2. The only stuff I use here are the K2 indicators. So I trade based off momentum and in the direction of trend. Order blocks, you can use that as a tool to identify rejections. But I already have my K2SRs, right? I have my K2SRs. I have our sessions. We have a lot of these things here that identify things similar to order blocks. They're not order blocks, but if you look at like where the rejections happen here, a lot of them line up with order blocks. So yeah, short answer to your question is no, I don't use order blocks and I don't feel any type of way about them because I don't use them at all. Yeah, no problem, Gallo. If they work for you, then use them, great. But I don't personally use them myself. Let me just scroll up a little bit, make sure I didn't miss anything. So Brian over here asked, do you ever treat sessions as structure zone? Not for the specific strategy, Brian, but I do identify them as price structure, right? So not necessarily a zone, but I do identify them as important price structure. Because you can see right here, So see how price over here broke above it? Whenever price gets near these sessions, price is going to go one way or the other. So you can see right here, price is going to go up or it's going to go down. And where did it go from this point? It went up, right? Same with this over here. Price is now above this point. You see how price kind of just screws around for a bit and then it pushes above. That's why I don't like trading around this area, because you get a lot of manipulation. Price will come up, it'll fake you out for the sell, and then it'll go right back up. Same with this over here. Price comes up, it breaks and closes above it, fakes out, and then it comes right back down, right? So these K2SRs, these are just areas where I don't want to trade because I don't want to get caught in these fake outs. That's typically how they can be used. They're used basically as precautionary, but you can use them in structure to identify where price is likely to be manipulated off. So if you ever look back to when price touches the session, so like look down here, this is the London high, right? Price touches it, and then what happens? Price kind of gets manipulated both ways, fakes people out, and then it chooses its direction. You can do that like on any of these charts here. Like if you ever want to go back and just play around with it, you go back over here, see what happens. Whenever price reaches these dotted lines, you're going to see either some manipulation and then push in direction, or you're just going to see a break and then continue push. So I don't personally use it as like a tool to identify entries. I use them as tools to avoid entries, because you always see something happen. Like again, right here, see how price is coming back to this. Price is coming back to this session right here. Look what happens after this. Price is going to do one of two things. It's going to do one of three things. It's either going to fake out and just kind of go sideways a bit before it breaks out. But either way, eventually it's going to go up or it's going to go down. So this is like an area, it's basically like a crossroads. At this point, you can take a gamble as to where price is going to go, but odds of you guessing that direction is probably not going to be very likely, because you might get stopped out before it pushes that way. And then if you try to re-enter, it's going to stop you out again before it pushes the other way. So I just don't trade around these areas here. Let's see. Charles said triple confluence, full TP. MJ took that as well. Nice, nice. So it looks like a lot of you guys here took this trade here. I didn't take the trade. I didn't even notice it until Charles mentioned it. If you guys are familiar with the triple confluence, or I mean, triple confluence is just 3 strategies in one. So I didn't take this entry here, but it looks like MJ, Maddie, and Charles took it. But Charles didn't take it. So Charles didn't take it, but he identified it. So this bullish momentum signal right here was an intraday entry. So that's one. The other strategy was that it was a pivot scalp because it was above the pivots. And then price also broke and closed above this high here, which was a high-low scalp. So if you guys remember the high-low or the triple confluence, like we've tested this strategy a lot of times, and the strategy almost never loses. We just don't see it very often. It'll come up maybe every couple of days or so, but when it does come up, it hits. So nice way identifying that right there, Charles. Looks like MJ's like, so MJ took it, Brian took it, Maddie took it. So nice work, guys. I didn't take it myself, so it's not going to count as a trade, but that would have just closed off the gap there for another win. It was right next to the session, so I don't know, I probably would have skipped it. It's too close. But yeah, if you apply the triple confluence strategy right there, confirm overall bias, retail sentiment's bullish, fundamentals are bullish, technicals are bullish, confirm a valid K2 momentum signal. There's a valid momentum signal right there. Confirm the signal matches the trend meter is green. Confirm price is above the K2 pivots for a buy. It's above the pivots right there. 5, confirm price is breaking and closing past the K2 high-low. There's a high-low right there. This candle here broke and closed past it. And then you can enter on the open of the falling candle. So you'd enter right there for a buy, full TP. So, I mean, I got a whole list of strategies here. If you guys are new to K2, you guys want to go back and watch all the videos, because we have like, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have like well over 15 strategies. Some of these are variations of one strategy. So we have about like 15 strategies you guys can learn if you want to. Or if you want to just focus on what we're doing here on the live, we're applying the K2SR rejection. If you guys want to have a breakdown of like how that strategy is applied, watch the mentoring session from last week. Otherwise, ask the question during the mentoring session this week. Sorry, guys. And we'll go over it again in detail. All right. So still nothing going on right here. It's 7:36 right now. And we're getting close to news right here, which is 7:50. So a couple more profits over here. Nice work, Dell. Great. So Dell over here passed his MFF and he got funded. He said, Dell said got funded a little over a month ago. I did not want, I think you said you meant to put did not. I did want to, I think you meant did not want to jinx myself because I have done it before, but I made it to my first payout and I wanted to thank Sean for this and everyone else that helped me by inspiring me to keep pushing. Yeah, no, definitely. Huge congrats to Des, not Des, Dell over here. I'll pin this. So yeah, huge congrats to Dell over here. I'll post this in the group over here so that you guys can see. Oh, you guys can't see it there. It doesn't copy over. It's all good. But yeah, no, definitely great work, Dell. I'm glad to see that you, or here, let's copy this over. This should be motivation to you guys, right? This isn't necessarily for anyone to show off. This is for motivation so that you guys know that it's possible. Because I know a lot of you guys feel like it's impossible to pass these challenges and get funded and get paid out. It's not impossible, guys. Like there's people doing it every day. It's just, you know, I feel like a lot of people have that that thought in the back of their head, like, is this real? You know, are these funny companies real? Or do they actually pay out, right? So Dell over here is a clear example. Dell's been part of K2 for, I can't even remember how long. Dell, you've been part of us for like well over a year, maybe 2 years now. And it's starting to pay off, right? It's all about that consistency. Just don't give up and make there. But nice work, Dell. So Dell's gotten funded. He's gotten his payout, so he knows it's legit. And now it's just about consistency, staying funded and having those consistent payouts. So, all right, guys, one of the zones over here finally moved over. We have one zone right here, but it is right in between both of the sessions. We got the New York high here, Asia high, and then the Asia low down here. So yeah, anyways, you know, not to take away from Dell here, but Dell did a great job. So congrats, Dell, and keep it up. So going back over here, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Kevin over here, he's currently up 41K. Nice work, Kevin. So solid work right there. Some more profits over here from Patricia. She said took another off that high low. She locked in another 1,700 right here. Total profit of 3,975. Nice work, Patricia. Nice. John made his way back into profit. He said, I took a couple pivot rejections off the first pivot and recovered. So he took a couple more trades right here. He's now out of the red, currently up 140 for the day. Nice work, John. I think at this point, it might be a good time to just reset and come back tomorrow when the market's actually moving a little smoother. Emmanuel's asking, how do I get on the live reading sessions? I think he meant trading sessions. That's that wrong. What's that, Emmanuel? All right, let me just give this to Emmanuel real quick. But yeah, guys, if you guys don't have access to the premium and you guys want access to it, I would recommend doing it ASAP because once the website goes down, which will probably go down this week, if not next week, there's not going to be, you guys won't be available to sign up or upgrade. All right, cool. So let me see. Seth said done and done. So he took another trade there. He's currently up 24,907 for the day. Nice work, Seth. All wins pretty much, killing it. So, all All right, man, solid. I forgot which broker you were talking about. Said which broker did you say you were using? I forgot. I was gonna look at it, but I can't even remember what it was. Because I know you were using a personal. I can't remember what he said it was. See if I can find it. Probably see if I can take it a little later. Setter FX. Okay, thanks, Suk. I always see Setter FX. I see it advertised on like my FX book. You know what's crazy? I just went on the website, so that's like a first, right? They say Setter FX plants 10 trees for every lot traded. That's crazy. That's an interesting business model, right? I guess if you're like for Greenpeace or whatever, like this would be your broker, but that's interesting. I'll take a look at it later. Let's see, nothing over here right now. So question from Emmanuel. He said, so the free YouTube won't be available. Yeah, guys. So a question from Emmanuel. He was asking, so the free YouTube won't be available anymore. I said it probably will be taken down during the rebrand process. I'm not sure if it'll come back or if it'll ever come back because so with their whole rebrand process, the K2 name has to go away. Everything on the YouTube is K2, right? All the videos I'm talking about K2. So I mean, it's probably gonna go down until we figure stuff out. But yeah, short answer to your question, if you guys are here on the YouTube, it's probably gonna go down. People who are in the premium are fine because we're gonna keep going as scheduled. Like nothing's gonna change. Every day I'm still trading live. But the YouTube, you know, everything is gonna have to change because it's gonna be a brand new name. So yeah, unfortunately. Sorry guys. You know, I wish we didn't have to go through this rebranding process, but I have to. I can't get around it. So we're trying to make it go as smooth as possible. Yeah, Charles said I'm out. Looks like we're not going to get anything. Yeah, no, definitely, Charles. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. Let's see. Gallo said, "Heck yeah, congratulations to Dell, folks. Always coming to me, saying I'm doing something illegal. LO, my credit score is up 35 points, and my debt is going lower. Nice, Gallo. No, that's key. That's always key." Solange is asking with the rebranding, how will that affect current K2 website accounts and direct? It's not going to change, Solange. The only thing that's affected is going to be new members, people who want to sign up or people who want to upgrade. That's going to be what's going to be affected because there's not going to be a website. The website that the K2 accounts are on and the course, that's a totally different website. So you guys are completely fine. If you guys are already on the website, and I'm not talking about the K2 Trades website, right? I'm talking about the Teachable. So this website's going down. So if this website goes down, you guys can't sign up for anything right here, right? The website that's still going to be up is going to be the one with the actual course. So let me pull up the course real quick. This is a completely different website. What I'm probably going to do with this is I'm probably just going to have to take down everything that says K2. So the course will still be up. It's just you won't have access to like sign up for anything because it's not going to be there. So for this course right here, this is still going to be here. I just have to take everything K2 off it. So everything that says K2 is going to be taken off. The website, the one that I'm referring to, this domain is not going to be used anymore. So this is going to be shifted to the company that's suing me, basically, right? They're going to have control of this domain. So this website's not going to be there anymore. This is going to be gone. Everything else is going to be the same. It's just names are going to change and stuff like that. But you guys won't be able to go to k2trades.com and sign up. Like if you click sign in here, it's going to take you to a different website. So I feel like everyone's kind of confused about the whole rebranding. If you guys are already in K2, nothing's going to change. This is only applies to like people who want to join K2 or people who are on the free YouTube. Because I know a lot of you guys are here on the free YouTube, man. It's great. I try to provide as much free content as possible, but you know, this free content is kind of what kind of got me screwed in the first place. So ever since I started trading live on YouTube every day, this is kind of like where I got on the radar of these hedge funds that kind of identified me. Because they see that we're doing good. So obviously they're going to see it as a threat, right? They don't want two companies to be called K2. There's like a huge hedge fund called K2. It's like $1 trillion hedge fund. And they came across my account, my YouTube, right? Where I'm trading live every day. They don't want us to be sharing the same name because they feel like I'm going to steal their clients or whatnot, right? Which makes sense, right? That's how business works. If another company with the same name is doing better, people are going to jump ship from that company and join the other company. So I understand their side of it, and it sucks because I didn't even hear about them or knew about them at any point. Patrick said, after he mentioned the other company with a similar name was a hedge fund, I did a little browsing and saw that their CEO is also named Sean. So you guys can see that there's like an issue. There's a conflict there because this like $1 trillion hedge fund, their CEO's name is Sean. I'm Sean. We're both K2. That's why I got to change names. I've been fighting this case for like over a year now. I've wasted like over 100,000 on this case. It's not worth my effort anymore because it's not going anywhere. Right. This case is just going to keep going back and forth and money's just going to go down the drain. So instead of me fighting it, I'm just going to change names. They've been around longer than me. So, they do have priority over the name. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. That's capitalism, right? Trump style. Whoever's around, they're just gonna basically squeeze you out. Like they're a big company, like they're a huge hedge fund, so they can keep pushing this lawsuit for as long as they want, and they're just gonna keep draining money out of me. So there's no point in me fighting it. I just gotta change names. David said they're not going after your plates, are they? They actually are. They want everything K2. So anything I have K2, my K2 shirts, K2 everything. They want everything that has K2 on it. So that sucks, but it is what it is. All right, guys, it's getting close to 7:50. News is coming up right here. The Fed's going to be speaking at 7:50, so there's not really going to be much for us to Solange said not the song too. Yeah, I can't use the song anymore, unfortunately. See, like ever since Casey started getting bigger, like on YouTube and stuff, and like I started posting the song and stuff, that's where like the exposure just got too big, and we got on the radar of like these other companies. I try to stay as below under the radar as possible. So I think when the rebrand happens with K2, I'm not going to be openly advertising K2. We make pretty good off our own profits, so I'm just going to keep focused on trading. So whoever's in K2, I'm going to make sure that everyone here does well with trading and we just maximize our profits from actual trading. I don't really want to sign people up anymore because I don't want to get up in this, like, I don't want to get into this whole lawsuit BS again in the future. Like another company's gonna be like, oh, he's stealing my name now. And then it's just, it's a nightmare, guys. You guys never want to see yourself in like a copyright lawsuit with like a big company. Like if a little company was going after me, yeah, I'd keep fighting it, but a big company is going after me, so there's no point. So no entries here yet, guys. We have the Fed news coming up shortly over here on the calendar. It's currently at 7:50. FOMC member Waller is going to be speaking. You probably don't want to trade around that time, so might be wrapping it up soon. Let's see, question from Gallo. Gallo said, do you have any idea on what you are going to call the rebrand yet, or is it a surprise? So I can't, I mean, I actually don't even have I do have an idea, but I'm not going to release it yet, because once I release it, I already know the scammers out there are going to go and try to, they're going to try and scam people with a new name. So I'm not gonna give out the new name yet. You're gonna have another, I have to change my name too. You're gonna have another fake Sean K2 messaging you, telling you that the website's down, that you got to pay him through Zelle. Guys, just I don't have. There's no company Zelle. There's no company Bitcoin. There's no company whatever. The only place to sign up would be on the website. So when the website goes down and these scammers message you and tell you that you got to pay through some other form, it's a scammer. Don't listen to anything. You guys, there's no way to sign up until I tell you guys that there's a new website up. So just looking out for you guys. I don't want you guys to get scammed by like a lot of these scammers who are just lurking, waiting for their opportunity. All right, guys. So we got this right here. Another news. So this is going to be medium impact news at 7:50. All right, guys. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to have any other trades here. Fahad said you need to get a third dog, Sean. Change the name. Oh, you guys are on to something. I actually got 4 dogs. You guys just haven't seen the other ones. Well, actually, you guys have seen the first one. I have a German Shepherd. That's what the company was actually based off originally. It was based off my 2 dogs, Kobe and Kai. I have Kodi now, so I have 3, and I have Koda, we have 4. So we'll see where this goes in the next couple days, next couple weeks. You guys are on to something. But yeah, guys, I don't think there's any other trades for us to take right now. It's at 7:52 right now. It's about 8 hours till, I mean, when I say 8 hours, 8 minutes till 8. We have the Fed speaking right now, so it's not a good time to trade. You guys probably want to wait for the market to stabilize a little bit. If you guys do decide to trade, I'd probably wait until maybe 10 o'clock. So just give it some time, wait until maybe like 9 or 10 around there. Because the Fed's probably going to speak for about an hour. So if he's starting to speak right now at 7:50, he'll probably be done by like 8:50. You guys can probably look for some more trades between 9 and 10. So if you guys don't have to trade, I just probably sit out the market from now until then. If you guys have to trade, then maybe trade a little later. But if you don't have to, then trade tomorrow. Just wait until the market to reset and then come back in the full swing tomorrow morning. But yeah, guys, we'll be having our mentoring session later today at 2 p.m. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to attend that session. I'll answer whatever questions you guys need help with. And we will go over that stuff on there in detail. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I'm gonna read that later. Seth said, for them to accurately plant trees, there's another account you can sign up for. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Awesome, Seth. John over here said made full recovery, taking pivot rejection when there's no SR zone. Made a total profit of 1,150. Great work, John. Nice work on that recovery there. Scrolling down. See if there's anything else over here. I think that's about it. All right, guys. So I think that's it for this session. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to email me or message me on Telegram. Otherwise, I will be back here in about 6 hours for the group mentoring session. So if you guys want to wait till then, that'll probably be your best time to ask questions so that I can give you guys real life examples and break down your questions in detail. So, all right, guys, other than that, I will see you guys in the next 6 hours. And if I don't see you guys then, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the next